And it doesn't always mean that you gotta, oh, I'm gonna go work out and do all these things. That's good, right? Because as sick as it is, if you move your body intentionally in a way that feels mostly pleasurable to you, it does do wonders for everything. Everything. It's annoying, but it's true. But there's also how are we speaking to ourselves and our body? That also helps with the wiring. You know, the brain believes whatever you say. And so if you say things about yourself that are not affirming, that's what your brain is gonna be like, you right. Oh, I'm unattractive, you right. Oh, I'm a baddie, you right. That's the brain. So it's up to you to also decide today I start being more compassionate with myself. And also the idea of this has to be perfect. I have to have it together. I should be. Whose standards are we living up to, y'all? Whose standards are we living up to? Why do we need the 600th degree? If you want these things, want them, right? Do them. But if you are begrudgingly doing these things, you may want a nigga might reconsider. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have more power in your life than you give yourself credit for. Stop passively existing in your movie. You are not the second lead. You are not the comic relief. You're none of these things. You are the main character of your movie. Now, don't come up in my movie talking about you the main character. That's a different movie. It's two different settings, two different chapters, different things, right? Um, but I think life is a lot more expansive than our own limitations. And it's really easy to be like, oh, life is whatever and woe is me. But it's like, when will you decide to move towards something that just feels better? You know, um, where you partake in being here now versus the wheel, that hamster wheel of working and doing these things and life and life and life. And it's like, where is you in that life? How do you stop and say, nah, this is me moment right here? Here's where I have my solo, right? Here is where I have my singular scene where I am, I don't know, traveling, resting, um, bathing, just touching some grass, you know? Um, I just feel like vacation will always be necessary, but you don't want to be burnt out by the time you're on vacation because then you don't even have the energy to like enjoy your surroundings. So, how do you minimize these things? Some of the things that I did do literally was barely be on my phone. Like, I barely was on my phone, which nowadays feels wild. Um, the work will be there tomorrow. It'll be there next week. One thing is deadlines, right? Because we be having deadlines around here. And another thing is you don't gotta figure out all of this shit in a day. Um, I'm thinking of like redecorating parts of my home, and so I was watching YouTube University, and what I realized is, homie was like, "Look, I thought I was gonna finish this shit today, but you know what I did do? Play video games after I did this one thing." And I think that's the thing. It's like we don't have to. We can be okay in the gray. And Lord, I am learning that. Like, get comfortable in the in between when you don't know what exactly is next, because you don't need to. That's not your job. You're here to exist. And although capitalism, society, parents, whomever tells us that's not it, that's literally the truth. We're here to exist. I think part of my ancestors' wildest dreams is being in the fucking gray. I am a person that I want to know what's happening next. I don't want to not know and be wondering and be where. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. But surrendering to the gray and being like, look, I'm going to get the answers when it's time to get these answers. And although it feels very strange to be here, I'm finna add pillows to the gray. I'm gonna catch me a blanket and make myself comfortable. And you'll realize that the in between time builds you up to when it's go time. You don't want to be too tired when it's go time. You want to be able to have all of the energy to go off, to show yourself what you are capable of. And so that is my rant, y'all. That is what was on my spirit. Definitely thinking about being here more, is in the present moment, in the day-to-day. A lot of it does include me moving my body a lot more, because woo, this COVID weight, we ain't gonna talk about it. But I don't want to run away from my current reality just for a reprieve when I have nothing left. And so we are all struggling. A lot of us, it's almost unanimous, we are all tired of bullshit. We are tired of people pretending COVID does not exist. We are tired of COVID. Unhealthy living conditions, and the list goes on. But what can we do in our own movie, within our own budget and means, right? How can we go bigger? How can we amplify? How can we be the luxurious person? And that doesn't have to be money wise. How can life feel good? Feel decadent? At least for me, that's kind of like the energy that I want in my day-to-day. Is like, I need something decadent. Be it an outfit, be it coming home and seeing my plants or whatever it is. And so that's what I have for you. I'm always open to thoughts. I know y'all don't be talking to me much, but if you wish to, you can hit up the Twitter, the Instagram. Everything will be in the information box. My business is open again. I haven't changed the look yet. Coming eventually. I'd say soon, but eventually I'll get things together. And random thing that I just finished reading that I really, really enjoyed. Two things I'll say. There is this Filipino author series. I read the second book, which is 𝐴𝐿O and Homicide. It is hilarious, but also I ended up ordering Filipino food for the first time because it is also delicious, because they be talking about some good stuff. So if you need something slightly dark but lighthearted, you may want to check the series. 𝐴𝐿O and Homicide was the first one. Arsenic and Adobo was the first one. I probably said that backwards. You know what I mean. And before that, I've been in a book slump. I've read the second book of the Conductors series. So if you like Black people, magic, um, historical fiction, and some sleuthing, then that might be your jam. So the Conductors is the other one. And I'll holla at you next week. Remember that you are magic. I'm like all over the place. My bad, y'all. Do not forget that you are magic. No te olvides que eres magia. Pas oublier où c'est magique. Have a wonderful week. And full moon things. What are you willing to get into order and put a game plan on or clear out for you to feel like the main character of your movie of life? Are you interested in unlimiting your healing journey? If so, please check out @𝐥𝐢𝐧𝐤𝐭𝐫.𝐞𝐞, also in the show notes. If you want to begin your crystal collection, need a tarot reading for spiritual guidance, or a natal chart reading, the dates open up in next week, July 8th. So if you are interested in any of those things, we got decks, incense, sage, all of the things. Check out @𝐥𝐢𝐧𝐤𝐭𝐫 and reconnect to your inner healing. Thank you for listening to the show. Check out our Patreon, the website in the show notes. Rate, review, and subscribe or share with the homie. And don't forget that you are magic. No te olvides que eres magia. Pas oublier où c'est magique. Take care and see you next week.